I'm Lisa Marie, and you're watching the Wrestlegamer on WGS-TV.
What's up, guys? I'm the Wrestlegamer. Welcome back to Time Tenshi Paradox Episode 1, right here on the arcade. I'm being joined by the Studly Man, Ashley, and on the last episode, the whole group got together, had a little bit of a chow, and then we transitioned to a week later. They're back in the laboratory. They're talking about how the time window is in disrepair, and that it's may be a while before they could do it, and you guys found out a little bit more of a contextual situation as to why Michelle has huge, you kind of get what I'm saying there. But if you guys hadn't seen the first two visual novels I've done here on the channel, there you go. That's basically the whole gist of it. Whenever they time traveled, they got bigger. I'll leave that up to your imagination. But anyway, we are now in the hall, so here we go. We're going to pick it up. Once there, I approached my bedroom door, weighing up what had happened. With the time window offline, we can't go back and make sure Chronotech aren't up to no good. Hold on a second. Oh yeah, that's right. Chronotech. What happened to those guys anyway? Chronotech. It was the name given by a rogue time-traveling unit from the future. As far as we knew, there were only two members. Mitzuki, the stealthy and secretive ninja, and Bunny, the towering, long-legged bunny girl with a penchant for mischief. As soon as their names came up in my mind, I was reminded of the events from the last time we saw them. I still shudder to think of what happened to them. But if that future was wiped out, does that mean those events didn't really happen anymore? Is there some way they could have? For all the troubles they've caused us, the Chronotech girls have been something akin to friends over the course of our travels through time. Michelle was fondly protective of the pair of them, and both Rose and Kyo showed sympathy and concern for their safety. The only one to keep his distance was Grandpa, ever cautious as he was. Yeah, Grandpa really doesn't trust them. And after what they did to me, I could kind of understand why. My mind suddenly flashed back to earlier times. Oh gosh, my head. I feel like it's been stuffed full of tissue. The room was virtually pitch black. There were some scarcely visible lights in the background, but I couldn't make anything out. Rose? Kyo? Michelle? Tensei? Where are you? My thoughts daunted me. The idea of being abandoned in a time where I didn't belong. It sent shivers down my spine. Huh? Just then I noticed a shadow perched above me, crouching on one of the pieces of scaffolding. I nearly would have jumped if I hadn't been tied down. Mitzuki? Where am I? I muttered the words, hoping they'd be heard, and answered. Oh. Mitzuki hopped down, scaling the several areas of scaffolding until she was standing in front of me. She walked a small semicircle around me until she was facing me from the left, twirling her sharp katana in her hands. I didn't dare move in front of her.
I am afraid I cannot tell you, Kenji Johnson. This is a top-secret facility. One that even your dear old grandfather doesn't know about. But it serves a similar purpose to his.
As I glared back at her, she lifted up her katana and swung it over her right shoulder before continuing.
There is no escape from the fate you've been linked to. The sooner you accept that reality, the sooner you will be of use to us.
Now, do we concede that she's right, or don't give in to her?
Well, resist. Resist.
Okay.
Jedi mind tricks, this is.
Don't preach to me about fate. Without thinking, I blurted out a retort. I didn't know what to expect from her, but Mitzuki just tilted her head slightly in response.
I studied the subject in a lot of depth, Kenji. The idea that we're merely puppets pulled by strings towards a goal that has already been decided for us? Doesn't that scare you?
Right now, the only thing I really fear is not coming out of this alive. Another figure walked into the room to the clacking of high heels, and I got a good idea on who it is. It didn't take me very long to figure out who it was. There she is.
You look comfy.
Why? Why are you doing this? Why did you kidnap me?
Oh, we have our reasons, dear. Don't you worry.
For every red-blooded single American male out there, they're like, oh, I'd let them kidnap me.
No.
And now we have another choice. It's try to get more information out of Bunny, or keep silent and see if she lets anything slip. What do you think, Ash?
I mean, there's a double entendre on it, but I'd say nothing to see if it gets accidentally revealed.
Okay.
Don't bother wasting your time with him. He isn't much for talking. Oh, really now? I do love the strong, silent type. Haha! Can already tell he's gonna be the perfect fit for Project Parakeet.
Bunny stopped abruptly mid-sentence as Mitzuki reached up and gave the taller girl a light slap on the face.
Idiot. Why'd you put the callous talk?
Wincing at the sudden sharp pain, the bunny girl glumly rubbed her sore cheek.
Oh, there's really no need to be so rough, my dear.
Project Para what? What are you talking about?
You'll just have to wait and see. In time.
What is that supposed to mean? Mitzuki motioned to Bunny and turned to leave. The taller girl winked at me, giving a flip of her hair before following on. Wait! Wait! I shook my head as I recalled the scene. I'd been stuck in there for goodness only knows how long. Grandpa was really down after that. I don't know what he'd do if anything ever happened to me. He hasn't forgotten that easily, nor all the other stuff they did to us. I sat down on my bed, still pondering my thoughts, and eventually reached over for my laptop. I guess I'll try to read up on technical maintenance. Not that I'd be able to get my head around it, but it doesn't hurt to try. If I can help the time window repairs in some small way. 1 month later. And as a result, I am pleased to inform you all that repairs are now essentially complete. Assuming nothing untoward occurs. Untoward? Again, who wrote this?
No, untoward is actually...
Really?
Untoward is the right word.
We will be carrying out a thorough test of the time window shortly to confirm that it has returned to a fully operational state. Like Iowa. Ah, Kenji. Come in. Grandpa noticed me standing in the doorway. I entered the experimental lab, a room that served both as a research center and a medical unit in the event anyone sustained injuries while out on the field. Rose and Kyo both gave me warm smiles while Tessa came over and clapped me on the back vigorously. Splutter. I don't know what sound a splutter is supposed to be.
Making some clarification here. So we started off at the whole dinner party thing.
Yeah?
And then it moved back 2 weeks. Then it moved forward a week. And now we've moved a month ahead.
Mm-hmm.
So if all this is supposed to be happening after the dinner party, why is this a month ahead? Because in logic, that'd mean that it's 3 weeks after the dinner party.
To a degree, yeah.
So if they were trying to do all the fixes, but were happy about all the stuff that happened over the past weeks, why is there a month? Chronologically, it doesn't make sense. Great job, guys. I've already done a plot hole in. We're only 20 minutes in.
Well, it could be the fact that they could also be referring to the events that happened in the previous Time Tenshi novel.
Great, so if you haven't played the rest of them, you're screwed. Anyway, hey Ken, glad you could join us. If you just heard what the old man's been saying, we should be ready to rock in no time.
Yeah, that sounds great, Tessa. Really glad to hear it, guys. The fiery, pink-haired girl had only joined the Time Tenshi recently, but with everything that had happened, it already seemed like she had been a member of the team forever. For my part, I muttered under my breath as I rubbed my sore back. Just gotta remember, she's way stronger than she looks. Yes, that is correct. However, Tessa, I feel it would be unwise for you to enter the time window at this point. We need to conduct a test run with Rose or Kyo, who have arguably the most experience in its use among us all.
Yeah, I get you, Gramps. Kinda sucks, but then again, I'm not a huge fan of the temporal shenanigans anyhow. Hee, more for me. I mean, us. Yay! Right, Rose? Kyo, please. That is not important. What matters is that we establish that the time window is safe to use again. I think we're perfectly capable of doing that.
Indeed, but in the interest of safety, only one of you will be traveling back into the past on this occasion.
Yeah, that's right. Anything happens to you, it's going to be hard enough dealing with just one set of problems, let alone having both of you coming down with the time flow. Yeah, it makes sense. Leave this one to me, I'll be sure to handle. Hey, wait, you're not gonna solo this one, Rose? You should let me at it. Remember, I've gotten stuck in the past before, so I know how to deal with it if anything does happen. That is true, Kyo, but then you are a designated medical nurse. You're more experienced and better placed to deal with any injuries in the worst case scenario. Yeah, but that kind of injury is really unlikely unless we run into any mutant grizzly bears or something. And besides, you could run the show without me for a bit while I was recovering, but we can't afford to have you out of action. Look, I honestly think... God, listen to you guys. I can't stand any more of this. Will the pair of you just pipe down and let someone else decide? Yeah, Tessa has a point. We could use some outside input on this.
Very well then. Kenji, you have shown good judgment on these matters in the past. Who do you think should take the first trip into the newly repaired time window? Well, guys, before we make a decision on that, we are going to call it an episode right here. If you guys like this video, be sure you slam that like button. Like a champ if you guys want to see more of Time Tenshi Paradox Episode 1 right here in the arcade. You know the two ways you got to do it. You got to leg drop the subscribe button and hit that bell icon to turn on notifications, so that way you guys will never miss out on another video right here on my channel. So, with my thanks to the Studly Man Ashley, I'm your friendly neighborhood Wrestlegamer, reminding all of you guys out there to just stay awesome. Bye, guys!